Well, another recording. Donald Trump has another recording of him attempting to coerce another government employee in the state of Georgia to do something illegal. Well, that's the narrative. Let me take you to the new information. The Georgia special grand jury, the one that has concluded, they were given the task of investigating whether former President Trump interfered with the 2020 election, has heard a recording of a phone call the former president had with the top state lawmaker, according to a report. Now, the Atlanta Journal-Constitution interviewed 5 of the 23 jury members who revealed that they listened to a recording of a phone conversation between Donald Trump and Georgia House Speaker David Ralston, a detail that was previously not reported or made public. Let's go to a picture of the former speaker. He was actually a decent person. He was a Republican speaker in the state of Georgia, and he passed away not too long ago. He is the reason why a special session was not called. Donald Trump wanted a special session called in Georgia so they could create special laws that would help him. He refused to do so. He's also the reason why the movement to create the city of Buckhead out of the city of Atlanta failed last year. He's the one who stopped it, a reasonable Republican. One of the jurors said the recording revealed Trump asking Speaker Ralston to convene a special session of the state legislature to overturn President Biden's win in Georgia. Ralston, who died in November, did not call for the special election. And this part is very important. Here's why. Literally, there's a movement happening right now to give states the authority by way of legislative action to overturn the will of the voter or the majority of voters in their state. This is what Donald Trump proclaimed he wanted the legislature to do. One of the jurors, who all declined to be named due to safety and privacy concerns, said the phone call showed that Speaker Ralston was an amazing politician. The juror told the Atlanta Journal-Constitution that the speaker basically cut the president off. He said, and I quote, "I will do everything in my power that I think is appropriate." The audio is the third such recording of Trump and a Trump call to a Georgia official that has been revealed as part of the former president's campaign to pressure them to overturning the 2020 election results in the state. Now, let me remind everyone, 3 times. What's the third one? All right, so you remember the one with Secretary Brad Raffensperger. He's the chief elections officer. That is the conversation that basically went viral. The new conversation you're hearing about is with Speaker Ralston. The other conversation was actually with an employee of Raffensperger, an investigator who was a regular employee. This person had enough sense to also record the former president. Now remember, if we have recordings, that means all 3 people that Donald Trump called to coerce them to do this illegal action decided to record the president of the United States. They knew exactly what his intention was. There's more. Let's put her up, Fani Willis, alongside none other than our very own Sharon Reed. Fani Willis is the Fulton County DA. She's the one that opened the investigation into the 2020 election in early 2021. After it was made public that Trump suggested in a different phone call with Georgia Secretary of State Brad Raffensperger that he needed to find about 11,000 votes so that Trump could win the state. Quote, "All I want to do is this," the president said in the phone recording. "I just want to find 11,780 votes, which is one more than we have because we won the state. The interview offers another insight into the grand jury's investigation. Just weeks after the jury forewoman hinted the former president and multiple allies could face a variety of charges as a result of the probe, she declined to say who could face charges as she faced criticism for her media blitz last month. Now remember, there's a rule to keep in mind. The Georgia grand jury does not have the authority to indict. The special purpose grand jury has amazing authority, but that's one authority they do not have. They have investigative authority, subpoena authority, but they do not have the authority to indict. They can recommend indictment to the regular grand jury, which is being convened. All right, my dear sister, what are your thoughts here?
I mean, how many indictments are coming down, right? We're waiting on the other one from the district attorney of New York. Now you have this one. And of course there's another phone call. It's just incredible, right? It's like everyone is getting the mob boss on tape, but they didn't actually have to work with the FBI. They just taped him anyway because they were like, this dude's gonna get me in trouble. And it is also scary, right? Because while we have all this evidence, doctor, at the same time, the Republican Party is not budging. Right? There is no more admission that what was happening in 2020 was illegal and falsified and dangerous to our democracy than there is now. No one has changed on this. It took an insurrection for maybe one or two Republicans to be like, yeah, that was bad. But other than that, we're just setting ourselves up to do it again. But what we are setting ourselves up for is an insane 2024 primary race among Republicans because he's gonna have multiple indictments hanging over him.
Yeah, and some of those indictments may entangle him to a significant degree to where he may not be as available. We shall see. Story develops.